Happy New Year, everyone. I hope everyone enjoyed their weekends. Hope they enjoyed their holidays. And we're finally back for a new year, for a new beginning. Because 2016 was pretty, well, I don't even know. I don't even think it was a good year in general. I mean, you're not going to just include the celebrity deaths. Let's face it, that's the record high. In my opinion, it's the record high. The highest I ever seen in my lifetime so far, without a doubt. But there's so many crazy things that happen in the world, so many wacky things that happen around the community, that happen around me. I mean, not really bad things to me, but more like unproductive. And I feel like I really disappoint my own self. But now I'm doing a lot of new things. It started around December, and I'm really making a great progress for myself, for the house, for my family, for everything that I really wanted to do since the beginning of 2016. Now it just suddenly happened in 2017. I don't know why. Maybe it's just know that the year was going to be that bad. I don't know. But regardless, it's finally in 2017. I'm finally making some progress. And I know I took a long hiatus after doing the best anime of 2016 because I was a little bit worn out. But at the same time, I did get cold and that sucked big time. I was like, oh, that's not a good start, is there? But then again, it happens to anybody. It happens to me, it happens to you, it happens to anybody. So getting the cold in the first week of the new year wasn't the best idea to start the year, you know? But hey, I'm back now. I'm fully recovered, and I know there's some manga to review, and I know I have to do a lot of things, and that's why I'm here to make an update on 2017 of this channel. But first, let me introduce to this thing. This is Sparda's podcast. This is the Sparda's World podcast, and I haven't done this in a while, and this is something that I like to do. Used to do it weekly basis. I used to even have 2 in 1 week, and I used to actually cover manga chapter reviews. So, and there were more series that I used to do, like One Piece, Nanatsu no Taizai, aka The Seven Deadly Sins, and so on. Then you could get them at my Tumblr page. I use them. I excuse me. I do the reviews on the Tumblr page, not in the review page, or you know what I mean, like in the channel. I mean, maybe I probably would do it, but the thing is, this is about timing. And me, you know, I have a job. It's a really nice job, and I'm doing this because, you know, I really wanted to bring out the discussion. I don't really need this YouTube channel, and truth to be told, because, you know, I already got a job. I'm not trying to get some sponsors, but if I get some, that's good for me, and maybe I would just join in. I just won't be a guy who's always going to be a yes man or just going to suck it up or anything like that. Even if they do tell me to do this and that, maybe I would advertise them, because that would be fine. That would be something that I really, you know, I'd like to support the series. I like to support the anime, the manga. I like to support people who has contribute things that we enjoy the most, like, you know, the mangas, like, oh, I want to read this, I want to support this guy because I'm such a big fan of his. So even if you do read it free somewhere, you know, for obviously somewhere there's a place to do that, you know, it's always great to support these guys, and you could buy the volumes, to buy the products, or whatever you could do. So I could do that. But back to what I'm saying is that I don't really need this channel, but I want to do it because I feel like I could find some place to discuss with people around there. And I know a lot of people like to say the anime community is such a horrible place to be in. Don't go for that. And I understand that's true. Maybe not true, but that's opinionated. And I know that is like the most thing that people likes to say, because there's a lot of crazy thing that's going on. And I don't even need to say what's happening right now. But that's none of my business. That's something I won't even talk about. It's just that I feel like there's always a place for everyone. And in this case, you know, there's always a crowd for that kind of type of person. And in this case, it would be like me, you know, because me, I don't go that dramatic. I don't go like something that would go personal, because that's not my business. That's not something I wanted to share with. I mean, I like to share like the opinion of a series. I like to share the favorites, the good things, the bad things of the series, these fictional work of art. But I'm not going to discuss about my life, my personal life, because that's something that's just, well, personal. So So, you hear me only discuss these things. And I'm not saying you will never hear anything personal, but you will never get too into it, and you never get to me to say like something that's just too deep, something that should have just keep it under the radar, something that you have to keep it private. And it's unfortunate there's so many people that does share their things, and then it backfires badly. It just happens. It's just something that's like a celebrity thing. I guess a lot of people like to see themselves celebrity, so they like to share it to the world, which is okay, I think, but you gotta understand the consequences that will come from that. So that's me. I'm not there to do that. You don't even see my face. You can't see my face because I'm hidden. So here you go. Like, you see in the podcast, you see in the reviews, you see in other the contents I product. So I don't show my face because I want to keep it private. Will I ever show my face? Probably, maybe in the future, but I won't tell you, go to my location. I won't tell you, my relationship is in a bad shape or anything like that, because it's just not something that should be shared. It's not my agenda. It's not me. That's just not how I work. It's more about just keeping in the topic where people comes in for. In this case, I wanted to share about the manga and the anime. Yes, I talk about more about the manga, but I'm going to discuss more about the anime very soon, especially with the new year. With this whole new year, that's driving me to talk about more things. I'm not trying to talk about every anime I see, because I see tons. I watch tons of anime. I read tons of manga. I'm not going to review, I'm not going to review everything. I'm not going to discuss everything, but you can ask me about this discussion. If we wanted to discuss, we will discuss. It's just that I won't start up the discussion. You can help to start the discussion, and then I will get into it. So I know the whole thing has been a little bit crazy, and I know some people actually try to warn me, don't go for it, because people think I would change a lot. I won't change. I promise you, even if I get sponsors, even if I get this or that, I won't change. This is just the way I am. I matured a lot. I grown a lot from a lot of experiences, coming back from the whole, I don't know, like a lot of experiences. I know how these slangs works. I know how these people operates. I know how everybody gets so into. I know the whole PC going overboard. I understand about that. I know everything. So I'm okay. I well addressed. I respect everybody's opinion. I respect everybody's intentions, but I'm just not going to do the way you guys do it. I'm not going to do the way how a lot of people are going to do. So I just want to keep it into the same ground, and that's just talk about anime and manga, because that's what you're here for. Now, in this podcast, this is just more of a vlog thing, and I would discuss other things. You will get it bi-weekly. It will come back now. I can't guarantee the next one will be about my winter anime impressions, but that is something that I'm targeting. If not, it will be a recap of some news and other many things that happen in the anime manga universe. Is that a universe? I don't even know. The community, But my point is, when you come to this channel, it won't be no drama. I'm not here to make friends. If I have friends in this community, that'll be nice. But if I don't make friends, so be it. Because I already got enough friends. I already got a lot of people to hang out, talk to, relax with, anybody. I set for life, if anything to say. I'm really wanted to be civilized with a lot of people. I don't really judge people like that. I could critique how they critique or whatever like that, but I'm not going to be like, everybody don't join him. Everybody, he's a bad reviewer. Anybody, nobody. I just don't do that. All I'm saying is my opinion. If you like that person, that's good. If you don't like that person, well, I can't say that's good, but that's your choice. It's just something I wanted to be civilized. I just don't want it to be go into your face, because I seen how a lot of people operate. I seen a lot of people just seem like something that's supposed to change you already from this time of era, and yet you don't want to change because you find it to be an old school idea. Case in point would be something about the homosexual thing. It's just guys, Look, I'm not telling you to accept gay, but you should not treat them differently from people. You should not treat them like they're monsters. You should not treat them like they're a completely different human being. It's called another side of a human. That's all there is to it. There is nothing different about it. So why we still stuck with this idea? And I know you could say, aren't you being contradicting with the whole PC thing? Because you're the one that don't like this whole PC being override. There's a limit to the whole PC thing. What I mean about the PC thing is like there's a limitation that actually kind of gets a little annoying, and that's the whole sensitivity. But that's something that's like, I will apologize, and then I would be like, well, that's a little bit of shame that you couldn't handle that, but I respect that. That's something different. But you just going out there and just pretty much expose yourself. We really have that from last year. Everyone from last year was exposing left and right. It's just crazy. Everybody exposing themselves. They're racist. They're homophobe. They sexist. Anything. Last year was just awful when it comes to exposition. When it comes to exposing who they really are. That's what last year was all about. Thanks to the election. Thanks to the whole, passing laws, the whole all loves is legal thing. Everything is always exposed. It's no longer hidden agenda. It's no longer keeping to yourself. It's no longer about that. Instead, everybody likes to spread the news that I am racist or stuff like that. That's just something that's not needed. You should just keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. And I mean, it's bad to be racist, but what can I say? What can I do? The only thing I could hope for you could do is to respect people. Man, don't let that hit you in that way. It reminds me of that meme where it comes to the handshaking one, when it's like the handshake. It's like, hi, I'm this guy. I'm the biggest fan. Like, give me an example. Hi, I'm a big anime fan. All right. And I love Naruto. And the next picture would be washing hands. It's like, oh, hell no. Stuff like that. I picture that's everybody now when it's like, oh, we're best friends to the end. Yeah. Oh, man, by the way, I want to show you my boyfriend. Then you wash your hand. Why? Because he's gay? This doesn't matter. You should treat them as human. Everybody's human. Lesbian, gays, bisexual, transsexual, whatever. But unfortunately, not a lot of people are grown up to that way. And I know a lot of people still, the whole phase of back in the days where everybody used to treat differently. You still have to open up. You still have to keep it private. And I respect that. I respect everything about it. I just don't like how everybody in the community just exposed even further and just wanted to be the righteous man. That's the problem too. Everybody has an ego. Even I have an ego. Everybody has an ego. I know my limitation of egotistical moments of my life. I understand that. But a lot of people likes to be the number one. A lot of people likes to look tough. So, I don't know, somebody could give them the huge rep. Some girl could fall in love with him. I don't know. It's just a lot of people does that. They wanted to be the best one. They want to be the top one. They want to be the guy that get the highest thumbs up in the comment. They want to be the guy. They want to be like the most funniest man on earth, the greatest man on earth, the interesting man on earth. And same thing could apply to women. But my point is, a lot of people wants to show off in order to get the high attention, in order to get the best rep. It's just how it is. Even my neighbor would do that. Like, I can't really show this guy. I can't really go outside without being like, oh no, he remembered that neighborhood that came in. I don't want to be exposed to that. Like, don't worry about your reputation. Everybody's trying to do their best to move on. Don't worry about it. So a lot of people is always based on reputation, and that's how America works. I guess you could say that. Or people just in general in life. That's how it works. I don't know. But I want to move on because 2017, I want to make a huge difference. I just said that piece because it was in my chest for a while. I mean, like, look, I'm not picking sides for whatever that drama thing that's happening. Nor I don't know anything much about the drama. I just know very little. I don't know much of it. I'm not going to get involved. I'm not that guy. I don't even know them personally or anything about it. I just know the reviews isn't my agenda. They're not my way of liking the video. I mean, like, it's good for them it's good for them to have these kind of contents. It's good they do this successful story of themselves, even if they are not such a good person or they are a good person. It doesn't matter. I don't judge people because I don't know who they are. I don't know if they're that bad. I don't know if they're that great. I don't know who they are. I just know they're humans and they just have to find a way to settle the score. Just, the best way would have been ignore. It would have been the best response is to don't do anything. The best reaction is no reaction. Because I know people could get fed up and I know they want to take it over internet. That's unfortunately the new way of life. I mean, sometimes it could be good, but sometimes it could just backfire tremendously. So here, I'm hearing stories left and right, all because I get the YouTube recommendation. I didn't even know there was some story like that until the YouTube recommend me. I'm like, what is this? So, curiosity kills a cat, and oops, sorry. So I checked, and I don't want to get involved with that. I know I already said my piece, but I can't judge any of them. Again, it's all about what I know about their ways of their contents, their reviews. Yeah, the attitude is not my style. It's not something I would like to hang out with all due respect. I'm not saying they're bad people because of that, but I'm saying that just somebody that I just don't find myself hanging out with. And I'm not saying don't ever hang out with those guys. Look at their attitude, hear how they talk. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is that's just not me. So that's how it is. So now we're going to 2017. I know I'm late with these stuff, with these content. I just want to make this one because two things. Had a cold, and it's not good. It was not a good way to start the year. And I was like trying to do my best to keep in the job. I was trying not to handshake people at work because I don't want them to get sick, and then I don't want to be blamed. So I had told them like, hey, I owe you a handshake, but good morning though. So when I recovered, I was like handshake them because it's like, hey, I'm back. I'm fully recovered. Good morning. So that's just how it is. No. I'm too polite with these things. Hell, I probably say sorry to many things that I should not be saying sorry, but that's just how I am. Anyway, the point is, I had a cold. I couldn't be that active over online. I mean, if you follow me on Twitter, if you follow me on Tumblr, I wasn't that active. Only active with that whole thing I just talked about just like moments ago. But I barely couldn't keep it up. I was like, man, I'm sneezing. This thing sucks. And then, the weather just keep on shifting. It went to a warm day, like 50 degrees. Now we have snow, which still sucks. But I mean, I don't hate snow, but I could sometimes I always have a mixed impression because it's like, oh, okay, snow, yay, I like these snows. I like when I was when I was watching it on television. I like it when I was a kid. I like snow. They can cancel my school. Now I don't like snow because I'm a grown man. I have to shovel outside. I have to put salt. I'm not trying to say I'm lazy, but it's one of those. Oh man, we got extra work, and this one doesn't pay. Damn it. So that's just how it is. But regardless, I'm recovered now. And the other thing is that I was working on my room. I guess my family is on momentum ever since the holiday season. My dad was like coming in and he's like, well, I'm back here. I want to make a complete makeover inside this home. I'm like, really? I was like, so that's why you came here. But I thought it was just going to stop at the living room. I mean, I had to do a lot of contribution, but they did a lot of work and they did a lot of contribution. In fact, I would say even though I do a lot of payment, they did a lot of work, and I think they do more work than I did. And not to say I didn't do any work, I did some, but the thing is, it's just that I have a job already. So, and my brother was already off in that time, so he's like took the advantage of taking a week off, excuse me, and then everything was all done. Then my dad just like got in a momentum phase, and then he decided to fix up his room. I'm like, you could just go back home and relax again, but he was like, no, nonsense. And then my mom contributed too. I was like, wow, we're getting a huge makeover, and it's really great. Now my room was the last one to fix up, and it's not completely done, but it's almost done. And I really like what they did, though. I gotta admit, it feels like an office now. I mean, seriously, I got everything office material here. I know working at the office is like my thing, but I don't need to bring it at home. So, but I'm really thankful. And, I really didn't expect anything I didn't expect too much from my family, and I don't need to, ask for a lot of big things, a lot of return. I'm helping them with my hard work. I'm helping them because I love them. I love what they did for me. I love I just love, I'm like a family guy. Not the show, but I'm like a family guy. And I appreciate everything they did for me. So, that's the only person that you get, but I'm not going to go deep. But point is, that we did a lot. We did a lot of together at home. It should be a normal family thing. And I know a lot of people don't do that, but still, it's always great to be with your family, no matter what. And now I got a new room. I don't have a new mic, but I have a new setup for my mic. I don't know if this is the best setup because I'm not sure if it's going clearly for you guys in this whole podcast thing. Right now, I'm testing out the mic setting. I don't know if this is the best mic setting or this is the closest I can get because it's really hard to find out which is your best mic setting. But regardless, I have to do a lot of testing. And now I'm here, finally got everything back. I was supposed to get a new computer, but the snow messed it up. And I was like, damn it, I want a new computer. I mean, I'm not desperate, but since they offer, I was like, well, now I'm hype. I want a new PC. But regardless, that can wait. It can wait. Right now I have this laptop. I have this thing that really works for me really well. It has been working well since 2 years running, and this is like my recording studio, but I could use my desktop computer as my recording studio as well, just in case, if something goes wrong with the laptop. But it's something I can't wait to get, and even if we decided to not to get it, oh well, I'm fine with the computer what I have right now. Now, going to 2017 update, because that's the main focus of the podcast. It was the main topic, and I'm sorry I went off rail, but I guess you could say this is the last moments of 2016, just spouting on a lot of things, what I did and why that took long, as well as the whole little drama thing that's happening that you won't get from me ever, trust me. So basically with 2017, I wanted to fix up the channel. I can't guarantee it will be tremendous change, a great change, but I want to change it up. I want to change my header, my channel art. I think that's what they call it. And I know a lot of people could do a lot of cool style. I'm by myself in this thing, and I'm not the best creator of all time. I'm not a great Photoshop. I'm not a great artist. I'm not nowhere near good. I just do the most simplest thing, and that's what I want to do, because I want to make the channel art a little bit more vibrant in terms of color, in terms of like what you expect to be. And here is something that, I can't be like how a lot of people have a lot of great designs. These guys are really talented. If not, they got somebody else to work for them, but it doesn't matter. Whatever is done by who, it has a lot of great talents to do those creations, and I really wish I got that kind of people. But I'm by myself in this. I'm by myself in a lot of things. The editing, the channel art, the channel responsibility, the comments, the everything about it. I'm responsible for everything. The thumbnails. I'm responsible for the thumbnails. It's not like, I know some people do have other people doing the favor for them, doing the thumbnails for them. That's good for them. I'm not saying like, oh, that's the wrong thing to do. It's more like, good for you guys. You have these people to, help you out. But me, I'm by myself. And is that really a bad thing? Depends how you see it, but I'm used to it by now. And yeah, it would have been nice to have somebody to help you, and you will actually cut down the work time. But that's fine for now. It's fine. But anyway, what I'm saying is that this channel, you're going to get some new updates, more than usual. You're going to see a different channel art very soon. I'm actually almost done with it. It's not the best thing you could ever see in your life, of course not, but it's something I'm still working on, the logo. But then again, not a person with a logo design. It's more like how to write my name in there. So that's the part I'm stuck at. The reviews chapters. Well, everything is going to be the same, except that you won't get text anymore. What I mean is, like, how like I usually show you the pros and cons. It's funny how much how long way I came from the whole very first review. I even look back at the first review and man, it sure has changed up a lot. But I'm not going to do this text things anymore. That's what you should expect from the starting point would be Tokyo Ghoul recent chapter. I already read the chapter. I know what to say, but I was like, crap, I had to do a lot of work. I got stuck with the whole room changing, which is for the better because, it's just something that I like to do. Yeah, I got a lot of different things to like to do. But anyway, Tokyo Ghoul would be the first one to see. Now, I can't guarantee that it would stay that way because I need to find out if I'm not really hurting the policy or anything, because YouTube can be strict. And I've always been doing testing. I did a test run before posting the best anime of 2016. I want to see if, like, hey, can I use that song without being in trouble? Hey, can I use that song without being asked to please be at our sponsorship? I mean, I would support, but not now, because I'm so young. I got less than 100 subscribers. I mean, come on. So, but regardless, what I'm saying is that I do a lot of test run, and I don't know if one of them will get me in trouble. If one of them get me in trouble, you will see a different format one day. But I'm just gonna keep it the way I have right now, experiment wise, you could say. And the only text you probably see is the score, and that's about it. That's really about it. The score, what I give, 10 out of 10, whatever. But everything, the reason why I'm doing this change is because I wanted to make this more fast. I want to bring out these chapter review fast, not too fast, because I want to have my train of thoughts to actually gather all the memories of what I wanted to say. I mean, I usually do that, but sometimes I actually end up writing them and then read them off, which is good too, depends. But I think it's best to do it when you have a big project, like the one I do for Kingdom Manga Impressions. That's something that's huge. That's something I really wanted to have. That's something I had to really write the script because I don't want to be like, shoot, I forgot to say this. I forgot to mention this guy. I forgot to mention that character. I forgot to mention him. I forgot to mention the action, the art. Oops. Because that happened to me with Black Clover one. I forgot to mention about the art, because I actually find the art really good. I only cover it about the action art design, but not the background, the scenery, those world building. I should have covered that, and that sucked that I missed it. So now but going back to the chapter reviews, it's going to be more it's going to be like the old days. Not too much of old days, like I will go 15 minutes. Actually, I don't think I'll go 15 minutes, but I do go long. But I won't go that long. I'm only going like I don't know, I guess you could say an extra 2 minutes, only because there's a lot to discuss. But I'm trying not to make it into discussion. I'm trying not to make it to like a discussion thread. I mean, I can if you guys join along, but my point is to go and review and why this chapter is good, why this chapter is bad, what makes it good, what makes it bad, what makes it something that's interesting, what makes it, all that kind of jazz. That's my focus. I know a lot of reviewers could do like 30 minutes, 40 minutes. That's cool, but I mean, I'm not gonna be a hypocrite and say I don't do that. I did that a long time ago, but more like 20 minutes. That's the highest I ever went. But that's only because it's something that's like, I guess I didn't see myself thinking like, oh, I didn't even notice I'm repeating so many things. And that's the thing. You got to remember what you're saying. And you try not to repeat yourself. But I don't repeat myself. It's just that it goes so long at one point. It's like, I could have sworn I said this already. So it happens. But my point is, it's going to come out frequently, and some of the editing job is going to be more lighter because you won't see no text. So it's going to be like, the only thing you only see is the score and then the end card, and that would be it. The intro you still see the same, the prelude you still see the same with the whole brought to you by this and that. But when it comes to the intro, you probably see some update soon. Not now, because that's a lot of work to do. But you probably see some updates soon. And it's obviously not my first target on what to fix on or what to do with, because it's just an intro. A lot of people just want to hear your opinions and the story. But like I said, I wanted to bring it out faster because I just want to get to the discussion quicker. And it actually flows nicely for me because I feel like I have more fun if I keep it the way that I used to do back into my very first review. My very first review was like all from the heart. I don't really, I'm not accusing anybody, but people, sometimes I feel like a lot of people tends to follow the favorable saying, like say like fairy tale, to talk about fan service. It's so distracting. I'm not saying you're wrong if it's not distracting, but I'm saying it's like it's opinion, right? So a lot of people say like, oh, so many fan service, so disgusting or whatever, and then that review would just mention that because it's the flavor of the week. It's just how people sees it. So it's not, I'm not saying you can't hate, you can't dislike fairy tale, you can like fairy tale. I'm not saying, it's opinion. That's the point. I just feel like some of them doesn't come as genuine. And every time when I speak to myself, I do tend to bring up like, oh, I hear people say this and that, but I don't really just stop there. I just say like, I hear people say this and that, and then I'll say like, well, I agree, or well, I disagree, stuff like that. That's different because I'm saying like, that's something like, that's an opinion, and I hear about that and I don't agree. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're right. I'm just saying I'm not on your side, or I am on your side. That's how it works. A lot of people tend to feel like they have to pick a side. So that's just how it is, because you wanted to favor everybody. Me, I really say it out of my head. So when you hear something like, oh man, this guy really don't like Bleach, it's just how I am. I mean, I'm not saying burn Bleach, burn. I'm not saying like that, but I'm just saying like, I just didn't like the ending. I just didn't like the last chapter. So back with this review, I feel like I wanted to do the old format, sort of, because I feel like it comes more from the heart rather than it comes from the thoughts, which is kind of funny the way I say it. But my point is, it's not manufactured, I guess you could say. You want to say it that comes from your head, your heart immediately. Something that's like, oh man, I remember that moment so much. That part was like crazy. It was like, oh, that scared the shit out of, something like that. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. You're going to see more of the Sparda's Lounge, which is pretty much a discussion lounge. But that would be a long name if I say discussion lounge. But you're going to see more of that. I read more manga series. I am planning to read Noragami and watch it as well, because I'm hearing a lot of good things that's coming from this series. So as of late, so I'm gonna read that, watch that as well. When I write an impression, I'll think about that. I probably want to write an impression of another series that is coming in the United States, and rightfully so, because this is a really good series. I'll probably write that one soon, and then you probably see it there. As for, I know I did Sparda's report. That's basically like breaking news, this thing and that and that. You will see that coming soon too. You'll see more of that. I just have to fix the editing there. You'll see more of that. You probably won't hear that great mic quality, because it's not going to be, because I can't be like at work and it's like, oh, breaking news. Let me just bring a mic. Oh wait, I left that at home. Because I bring supplies to work. I don't bring that to work. I mean, I do at times when I know the schedule, but sometimes the breaking news could happen on a Tuesday, Wednesday, and a Friday. The Thursday I probably bring it just to record for Boku no Hero Academia, My Hero Academia. But that's something that you should be aware of. And like I said, I'm just working on that next. I'm also supposedly bring the whole pickups thing, the anime and manga pickups. I have a lot of anime that I've just gotten, and it's nice to see more collection. Many of them are just movies, because I really wanted to get back into the anime movie phase. Like all those movies, especially with that whole new movie that's just out. The whole the most hype, which is not even coming to the United States. I don't even know. We're not even getting a silent voice, and I wanted to watch that so badly. I have the manga. I should read them. I'm about to read them, actually. There's a lot of manga I do have that I never read, and I have it right now. Like, I own them right now, and I could just read the entire thing. I should start doing that this year. So there's a lot of things to go work over. But regardless, when it comes to pickups, I'll start doing that very soon. And it's just a monthly thing. You probably might not see it in one of the months, because I probably end up finding like, oh, I got everything I needed now. I'm not a guy who just like pick up something like a shirt. Well, I would probably get very few, but I don't really like, yeah, I'm so happy I'm gonna rock them in the world. But it's more like, well, all right, cool. I wear this because it's cool. It's like a graphic t-shirt. That's all you have to see. You don't have to see anything else. But anyway, point is, don't expect to see a pickup like something like, I don't know, like a lantern, a pillow. You know what pillow I'm talking about. But you could expect like a manga, a Blu-ray, DVD, and figures, because I do like figurines. And, I'm trying not to go too far, like, oh, look at that, I got this very perverted, moment of me buying this product with a straight face, because I don't do that. I'm like, yeah, no, that's not me. That's definitely not me. With all due respect to everybody, because I know a lot of people do buy like those very heavy fan service figurines, and that's fine. Just not me. Okay, that's just not me. You might. The funny thing is, you may see something that sound like I'm contradicting or hypocrite, but have standards and have reasons, and you most likely won't believe it because it's like, oh no, you're full of crap. I'm like, unfortunately, the world sees it one way and they will never see the other. That's how it is. But seriously, you see something like that because I do like figures. Ever since my father gave me that eagle figure, it's not a figure, it's like a statue, but it's so well made and it's like rare, and it came from Peru, which is astounding. And I have it, and I've always cherished this moment. It looks phenomenal. It's great. I really like it. So I guess you could say I grew up to liking like figures, and that's why I like to buy figures because they just looks model great. They like, it looks so well done. They work so much hard. They put a lot of effort to that. It's like another work of art. So that's how I see it. These figurines, I got Gintoki, Kagura. Probably show you in the video. I got those two. And then I got some other ones that's coming up because it's just something that I like to cherish. I like to be supportive to the series as well. That's the thing. That's another thing that I have to mention. It's like I want to support them, and I support them by giving the figures that really put a lot of effort. Give it a lot of credit to the guys who did that. They're not easy, obviously. So yeah, you're gonna see more content very soon, and again, the chapter reviews is going to be more like toned down. It's not because I'm trying to be more lazier this year, but it's more like it has to be done more quicker. And I tend to tell myself, I think I'm overworking for something that should have been so simple. So that's the reason. One of the reasons, at least. And I just wanted to bring out the review faster, and I just wanted to have more fun with it instead of making it into a work. It wasn't too much of a work, but it was kind of getting there, and I was like, that's not good. I mean, working is good, but you have to have joy. You have to have joy in your work. You have to have joy in your hobby thing. You have to have joy in anything. So if you don't feel some joy, then there's something wrong. And that's why I'm going back to the way I did before, and it feels like it's going to flow better. And of course, I'm going to edit out my mistakes. You're like, oh crap. Especially the fact that especially the fact that the characters' names are, obviously in Japanese form, but it's not like so simple like Naruto, Sasuke, Rock Lee. It's not like that simple. It's more like, those actual Japanese names, and it's like, damn, how you say that? Trust me, I have that little bit of hard time with Kingdom, and that's not even Japanese name, technically speaking. They're actually a Chinese name, so whew, that's a lot of challenge. And I learned Japanese, very basic level though, like hiragana, sort of katakana, kanji. Oh no, only two. That's it. I mean, the other ones I probably know, but I can't write them at all because I'm not good at that. But yeah, maybe I should go back to school. All right, so that's it for the update. Sorry for that long pre-introduction to the 2017 update of my channel, but yeah, I just want to get that off my chest because that is the commotion that's going on, and it is a little bit disappointing to know that the so-called anime community isn't, nice or delightful, whatever, I don't know, but it is what it is. And I'm not saying everybody is horrible. I'm just saying you just have to find the right crowd, and there will be a right crowd. You just gotta find them, and there's always a people for anybody. So chin up, don't worry about it. Just relax and just enjoy the new year. And yeah, thank you for enjoying this video or sound because there's no moving image. And yeah, I can't wait to bring out new contents. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, feel free to do so, because if you do, then my world will be yours to stay. Until next time, take care.